The Rebels are here.
You have to bet who will win.
I think Mike Tyson will win, man.
I think so as well.
Yeah, but sorry for the defense.
Russian.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here in Berlin once again. Woo. Excited as always. I'm here with Randy.
Oh yeah.
And here the King Mogul.
King Mogul.
Yeah. The Rebels are here.
The Rebel Talk.
I see you. You are getting excited because the Rebels are here. If you're here for the first time, just subscribe because the Rebels we don't play here.
You'll get the full Rebel explosion.
Stay tuned, ladies
Stay
and
tuned.
gentlemen. Corona is going. The Rebels are here, and so today
we're here to save the Earth from falling apart, because there's the big question, the one and only question: who's going to win?
of course, the Rebels.
Mike Tyson? The Rebels are always winning. That's for sure. But Mike Tyson or Bruce Lee?
Ooh, this is huge. This is heavy, man.
This is the heavy question.
Wah!
This is the only question.
Those guys are not legends. They are beyond. I don't know how I can describe these guys, man.
This is from this is another sphere. This is God stuff. This is God mode.
Yes. I mean,
Tyson and
comparing Bruce Lee and Mike Tyson. Whoa. I mean, Mike Tyson is very good, or was very good at what he's doing or was doing. I think until now he's still like, if he punches you,
Tyson and Bruce Lee in the prime.
Yeah.
On their best, on their absolute best level.
I mean, if Mike Tyson punches you,
Yeah.
wow. I watched some of his.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, those guys. I don't know what they felt at that time when they were fighting against Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Like when you see those punches, the way he's moving the body, wow.
The thing is, like, when he punches, it's like like getting hit by a baseball bat or something. The momentum and the power that he puts into each one of
The
his
speed.
punches, the speed, everything.
And it's heavy, man. It's like,
Yeah.
bang, and you are on the ground.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, he played in the movie Ip Man with the third.
Oh yeah, the last.
Oh yeah,
that
and
was
with Donnie, and I mean I think it was the third 2015. I don't know, before the fourth one.
Oh right.
Yeah, they have 4. I mean they have a lot Ip Man or a lot, but I love the Ip Man with Donnie Yen. You know Donnie Yen? No, the guy who played, I don't know. Donnie Yen is
What's that? Ip Man. I will have a look on IMDb.
Yeah, Ip Man. And
I will have a look.
Donnie Yen said, man, he was about to die when they were on set because Mike Tyson was punching for real. Like, the guy is not an actor, so when he's on the set, he's really like, okay, I'm going to do my thing, and I'm going to punch. I'm not lying.
That's
And the Donnie Yen guy is also very good. I mean, the guy is another level or fighter in the movies. He's unbelievable. I like this man too. And he was like during the fight scene, he had to be very, very careful because with just a mistake, Mike Tyson, you can die, man.
Yeah.
And just imagine it was like 2016 or 15. So Mike Tyson is still got it, man. If it's you
It's
done.
not. He learned it. It's like riding a bicycle. You know, it's not. It's nothing you can. And he said in his book, he said when he went for, how do you call it, sparring? Do you call it sparring?
And someone.
Yeah, and they bought people to go to do sparring with Tyson, and he always killed them, and you know, like he always knocked them really
Knock them out, yeah.
around, yeah. And some people they just couldn't get. They said, here, because they need to have like really good boxers who can take a beating
From Mike Tyson.
And they paid these people to come to train with Mike Tyson, and some of them said yeah, and they got punched around, and some of them said no.
I can't take this.
Yeah, I can't. That will be the end of me.
Yes, because Mike Tyson.
So, Bruce Lee or Mike Tyson?
Now, Bruce Lee. Mike Tyson fought, not in the movies, but real like in the ring. But when it comes to Bruce Lee, I don't know. Maybe I've never really seen or watched a movie. I mean, like a real thing. Like, okay, Bruce is fighting. Maybe some small footage or things like that. But really, it's most on the movies. And Bruce Lee was also like more like kind of the guy into the philosophy of life, and
Absolutely.
yeah, he was very intelligent as a man, and
He studied philosophy.
yeah, I think he went to the university, and and he was reading a lot. Also.
Yeah.
Reading a lot, and
He studied philosophy, and there was something else he studied, like theater and
to become actor
and theater, and if there would have been, I mean, sports would have been his place to be.
Yeah. And now Bruce Lee.
And he comes from a family of acrobats.
Oh,
Like
so he was really like in the family, in the blood, like
absolute physical stuff, sports,
bang,
acrobat.
bang, training.
Yeah, training. That's one thing, you know. Like if you're growing up in a family with acrobats, with very sportive people, then training is an absolute. It's like you eat, you drink, you sleep.
That's your life. I mean,
That's your life, and you
do.
train. Training is an essential part of your life, like eating and drinking. That's it.
Yeah, so the Bruce Lee thing.
And he trained like mad, I think.
A lot.
A lot. And the stuff he did, you know, wow.
A lot of training.
Yeah.
And some people are speculating, like maybe it's because he was training a lot. Yeah, that's why he died. But I don't know if I don't know the story behind it. But
For sure, why not?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you got a condition, and in those days you wouldn't have known, and you know, you would have gone to a doctor, and the doctor would have said, "Oh, but you look good.
You look good, but
How
hey, go home.
How do you feel? I feel good. Well, then you're good.
So go home.
You look good, you feel good, go home, train." And he's got a heart condition, you know. I don't think that in those days they did a lot of, and especially like with, you know, average people, they didn't do a lot of blood tests and cardio tests and stuff like that. That's what you do. Today, when you're how do you call it, athletic, who does that for a living. Like in German, it's called Berufssportler.
When you're a pro, I mean.
When you're a pro.
Pro fighter or pro basketball player. Or
pro football, whatever.
Player, yeah.
You always do the checkups. You're going to the doctors like every month or something like that. Even, when you're diving, I did my diving license. And when you have your diving license, you have to go to a doctor each year. You have to go to make a checkup to check your vitals.
Yeah.
And that's an absolute normal thing to do. And for pro sport, whatever.
Yes. I don't know if he died. Okay, he died about maybe heart failure. I don't know. But,
yeah, look, the guy, from the soccer, from the football match the other day, the Danish. We're not like very much into football. Never mind.
Danish.
Yeah, the guy who nearly died on the soccer field.
Oh, when this week?
Yeah,
This week?
that was last week.
Last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't know?
Man, I don't watch football, man.
Yeah, okay. So I didn't watch the game as well, but that was. Let me see. That must have been. There was a Saturday. Not this Saturday, last Saturday, I think the last Saturday or the Saturday before, there was this football match, and this one guy from the Dutch or Danish, or I don't know, from this one thing, he fell down, and his heart stopped. Yeah, I don't know if it's a heart attack or something. But he fell down, and the doctors came, and everyone they worked on him like mad, and they managed to bring him back.
To bring him back, yeah.
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 So he lives, but if it weren't for the doctors or this really good
medical team.
Good medical team, good the high level whatever, he would have died for sure, and
some players, or I think in soccer, I mean US they say soccer, football players in Europe or other parts of the world, some people have died on the field. And the thing is that they got checked. Really checking is done.
Yeah.
But it still happens. So it means that
even with the checkups.
Even with the check, you don't know what can happen.
Yeah.
Or you see people who look very healthy. They're like doing things, but something would happen. Okay, he died during the sleep. And you're like, wow, heart attack or something. He had a condition and he didn't know. And those things.
This is so wicked. This is life. This is when life happens. Like you can go from now to then. Like,
yes. Maybe if you got a doctor at home, or you got checked every week, okay, or every day, okay.
You can have a doctor at home, but when he or she sleeps and you don't wake up in the next morning, then it's no use.
Yeah. So with the Bruce thing, he was very athletic, and now fighter. So with Mike Tyson, it's hard because.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson, man. I'm Mike Tyson.
I'm Mike Tyson, man.
I'm Mike Tyson. I'm Mike Tyson, man. Excuse me, Mike Tyson. Excuse me, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is legend, man. I don't want to make fun of Mike Tyson.
Oh, imagine he would come here.
Oh, man. He showed up here. Mike Tyson.
That would be the day.
Yes.
Wow.
I love his kind of small movie with his neighbor. He says, "Hey, you come over now. Come over now." Very funny. But Bruce Lee, and Mike Tyson. It's very difficult. I mean, for me to compare the guys, and because one is a boxer, personality is something else, like Mike Tyson and Bruce Lee. I mean, Mike Tyson is really like people saw him, not in the movies, and Bruce Lee. Most people, see him in the movies.
Yeah,
Mike Tyson is more like kind of guy who's might be closer like, to the people, because when you fight on the ring, people are. People see what you're doing. You're punching people. It's real. But Bruce Lee, most people. I mean, I saw Bruce Lee on the movies, just movies.
Yeah.
So it's not like I saw like people say yes, he was fighting against people on the street. I never heard it.
So, yeah, okay. Now we know what it takes to be a pro martial artist.
Yeah.
You know, to be a martial artist and do it like a pro, and to train and to really, punch things and do stuff. And from Bruce Lee, you only see the movies, like you said. You see the movies. From Mike Tyson, you see the real action.
Yes.
You don't see movies. You see him in movies, but you don't see. There's nothing played. So, you see Mike Tyson. He's really, you can see the way he's fighting, how he's fighting, and who he's fighting. And for Bruce Lee, you only see the way he's acting. But we know, we know, if you want to be a martial artist, you have to train hard and you have to fight hard as well. And I think Bruce Lee would have been, like, if he would have done MMA today, he would have been in the pro category as well.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I think he, in a certain way, I mean, you have to be competitive like hell. You have to be really, you have to have the spirit of winning. I want to win. Yes. And I think Bruce Lee is like, yeah, when you hear him talk, there's this one interview with I don't know who he is, and the guy's asking silly questions, but he's talking about stuff, and he's talking about fighting, and the way he talks, you can really see that he wants to fight, and if he fights, he wants to win as well. And I mean, that's part of the thing, what you do. So still, there's Bruce Lee and there's Mike Tyson.
So as I said, Mike is a boxer, and he's also a martial artist.
Mike Tyson.
I mean,
yeah, sure.
People say boxing is I don't know.
Boxing is a martial art as well.
Yes,
definitely. Yeah.
So when you ask comparing them, like if they fight together.
Imagine the fight will be tomorrow, and you have to bet. You can bet, and the bets are it's 50-50, and it's not about winning, but you have to bet who will win.
I think Mike Tyson will win, man.
I think so as well.
Yeah, but sorry for the defense.
No offense.
No offense.
Mike Tyson would win.
Hey, I know a lot of people out there are very like fans of Bruce Lee. Oh yeah,
I'm a Bruce Lee fan. Definitely.
I'm also a Bruce Lee fan.
I love Bruce Lee.
And there was a kind of fake polemic on the internet because a guy, Michael Jawa, said he could have won against Bruce Lee. Wow.
That's a whole different thing. I mean,
that was No,
yeah.
Just to say that a lot of people out there, wow, they are like Bruce Lee. They think that the guy could not like he always. I mean, he would always win everything, each fight, and that's not true. I mean, when you're a man,
who Michael J.
No. When I say, I mention it because there are a lot of people out there that are fans of Bruce Lee, and they believe or think that the guy, like, he could never lose. And
Bruce Lee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, he would always win everything, and but you are a man. Even though you're very good at what you're doing, someone will show up and will beat you up, man.
There's always someone.
Yeah, there's always someone.
Always someone who will show up.
Yes.
And kick your butt.
Sure. Bruce Lee would be like, what, 81 years, 80? I mean,
all right.
80 now. I mean,
but what I said is like
in the prime.
Yeah, sure. In the prime, best time of your life, best time of training, best, fitness level and everything.
Yeah,
and
I think Mike
Tyson,
what I think?
He would kill him.
He would kill him, man.
The thing is, if you like Mike, not like today, Mike Tyson is, I think, very, he's more laid back and he's settled. And the thing
he's mature now.
Yeah, and he's reflecting a lot about, what the times
sure
where he really was a beast in the ring. But at the time when he was a beast in the ring, it wasn't just the fighting. It wasn't just like the fitness level or the technical level or whatever you want to call it. It was his state of mind, which was the things that I read in the book. It's extraordinary, the state of mind he was in. Like, and he's saying today that it was like this Cus D'Amato. He planted things in his brain. He always talked to him, and I think that was it was really unique and nice relationship, because he always told him that he can be better. He's good. He's better. Like the time when he was brought up, when he was small, like a little child, he was like beaten down all the time, and he experienced like really crappy things. And when he met Cus, what Tyson says is he really, he was building him up. Not just physically. I mean, he was like, if you see pictures of him with 16 years, it's crazy already. But like mentally, he was building up building him up mentally, and he always said, there are these things he said, and I think this state of mind,
yes,
against Bruce Lee would have said, like, be water, my friend. And before he could end to say be water, he would have fell on the floor and said, what the F was that?
I'm Mike Tyson, man.
There was a train here somewhere. A train just hit me.
Yeah, Mike Tyson is until now, the guy is very honest.
He's a machine.
Yeah, he's a machine. He's very honest. The guy is. I like him. When he's speaking to people, he's kind of a real pure. It's like there's no game.
Yeah.
When he's making interview with people, like there's nothing like he said this, no. When he has something to say, man, he's not like hiding anything.
Yeah.
Like he goes into you like bam, bam, bam. I like it. It's he's honest.
Yeah.
I like
Have you seen the interview where he all of a sudden he stands up and says, "I think you have to go now." Wow. That is so heavy. That is so weird. That is, I mean, not weird in a way. I think that the interviewer was like, he was crap. I mean, like really crap, but he should have said, hey, take your time, lay back, stay here, stay with me, take your time, and we will, whatever, cut it out or whatever, and let's continue. Let's continue the conversation. But he just sat there and watched him, break apart, and he didn't say nothing, and he just said, oh, I hope the camera is rolling. I hope the camera is rolling. I will get money from that.
Yes.
Very, very sad, because in that moment he could have got so much more, like and it's not like, it's not about the suffering or something like that. It's you can, if somebody is in that place and talks about himself, you can learn so much.
Of course.
And people like Mike Tyson, there are a lot of people who can learn from that.
Yes.
There's a lot to learn.
Yeah, a lot of journalists, they're just there to ask some stupid questions.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Maybe they want to earn more money, but people are watching and they want to learn things about Mike Tyson or those personalities.
Yeah.
But they can't, because the guy is there asking some dumb questions. That's unfortunate. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyson. Oh, Mike Tyson, man.
Mike Tyson and Bruce Lee.
Sorry, Mike Tyson, man.
Sorry, Bruce.
We don't know.
Bruce.
We respect you, man.
We respect you all.
Oh, yeah.
You are gods anyway.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, remember, we are the Rebirths. This is a Rebirth talk. We have here Randy.
Yeah.
The King Mogul is here. And we're here tonight in Berlin City. But today it's not that sunny. Maybe tomorrow, we don't know. But anyway, we're here. Sun or no sun, we here.
Day and night. We are always here. Always here, always talking, always enjoying. So stay tuned and subscribe.
Subscribe.